Hey family, how you guys doing? Good, I hope. Welcome to Phie.Love Intuitive Conversations. I hope you guys are doing good. Do you like my content? Please do like, share, and subscribe. And if there's any negativity, any hate, yeah, you can keep that on your side of the street, okay? It won't be acknowledged. Excuse me being all scruffy today. It is very hot out there, and yeah, I've just been inside all day getting some work done, and I figured, you know what, I'm feeling that I need to get talking about something. It's not going to be a very long video. I probably get into it again from a different angle at some point, like I do with some of the others. But yeah, so in this specific video, I am being guided to get into the topic on, are your actions, your thoughts, and the way that you extend yourself to the outside world and other people, including your family and your friends, okay? Does it come from a background programming of unconditional love, unconditional giving, unconditional motivations, if that makes any sense to you at all, of extending yourself, okay? Or do you fall into the spectrum of somebody who is more conditional about things? And I think, becoming aware of this makes it a very nice way to gauge whether you're somebody who operates out of a place of lack, or somebody who operates out of a mindset that you're abundant and, giving isn't something where you will always feel like, because I've given, at some point in the future, I'm going to receive for what I have given, or the way I've extended myself, or my energy, my time, the way I've assisted somebody, how much I've assisted somebody, what I've done for somebody, how I've had to extend myself for somebody. Are you doing all those things for the next person in your life, be it your children, your husband, your wife, your other family, your friends? Do you do all those things because you are naturally operating out of a place from abundance? Or are you doing that all because unconsciously you have gotten used to the idea, or have been set into the programming of, because I do, I will receive, or because I do, I'm in a position to expect, or my expectation out of my doing, giving, sharing, is that I will then be in a position in the future maybe to have some sort of power, say, or authority over someone else, but not really being conscious about yourself doing that. You see, the way we're so programmed in our society to operate and be in our place of ego and fear, and think that we're always going to be in a space of lack and not having, it causes us to somehow unawarely not even recognize when we're operating towards other people in a way that displays us needing, wanting, or being insecure about not having a certain level of power over them. And this can just be in your expectations, okay? Your expectations of, because I've done this in the past, or because I do this for you, or because I extend myself in this way, I would expect that you would fall in line when I feel like I need help, when I feel like you need to bend your knee or give in to me and what is happening in my life in some way or some form, somehow. What about the way you give is conditional? That when you start expecting how you receive from the outside world, it has a way of infringing on the next person's freeness with you or ability to exercise their right to be able to say no, or to exercise themselves, to not have to feel like they need to be obliged to give back to you for what you've done in some way, shape, or form. Maybe what you've done or how you've extended yourself in the past has been a trigger to help them extend themselves to someone else in that way, and that's how the universe triggered them into giving back, not necessarily triggering them to have to give back to you. But we just operate in this place of lack and wanting to have some level of unconscious power and authority over others, or expecting people to fall in line in some sort of way that makes us comfortable, makes us feel like the outside world is working to our benefit, right? That we don't realize that we're not operating from a place or space of unconditional, but rather we're unconsciously giving to the world in a conditional manner, expecting the world to give back to us, when really we should be giving to ourselves and be grateful if, the way we give to ourselves and give to the world triggers whatever it might be in the universe to bring something back to us at the right time, at the right place, in perfect divine timing. Yes? I hope all that I'm saying is making sense, and I hope what I'm saying helps you recognize where there are people in your life who try or do, unknowingly exercise some sort of authority over your ability of free will to think, or your own will on how you can feel, or makes you feel guilty for not reciprocating back to them in some way, shape, or form. And this is something that is a lot prevalent in the child-parent dynamic, in the older sibling, younger sibling dynamic, in even friends, in how we're groomed into, how do I say, having to extend ourselves to people who are older than us, when, in actual fact, age doesn't mean anything. You can be someone who is 15 years younger than somebody else on the outside of you, okay, but still possess more wisdom within yourself than that other person. Why? Because we all operate on, if you look at life, this is my opinion, if you look at life for what it is, we're all souls, okay? All of these borders, supposed to's, should be's, musts, need to, this is how it is and this is how it works, all of those kinds of things are part of a system that has been indoctrinated into us. I'm always going on about the system in some way, shape, or form, but it's the reality of our situation. It's the reality of why we operate the way that we do, and why we engage each other the way that we do, because of how we've been programmed over time. Yes? So apply all of that into a broader perspective on how you operate yourself out of an unconditional space of giving, sharing, extending yourself, or how you operate yourself from a place of condition, which means that you're assisting, giving, sharing, extending yourself with the underlying expectation that, you know, something has to come back to you at some point. Because I have done this, I am offended and I am hurt and I am suddenly wounded by the fact that I've done for somebody in the past, done for somebody in the present, and in the future, when I expect it out of them to give and share themselves towards me, I become hurt, offended, spiteful, rude, aggressive, ugly. I start projecting negativity. I start, you know, displaying myself in a manner that is showing that I am feeling like I have not been paid what I am due. Yet, in the past, you extended yourself in a way that looked like it was out of a place of unconditional, but you hang on to it. You hang on to what you've given because you're giving, expecting back. So this can be applied in many ways. I feel like there is so much to say on it and so much to get into on the topic itself, and it can extend into just how, you know, families build their dynamics around each other. It can extend into how maybe we have found ourselves in very unpleasant and traumatic situations because of the conditional and unconditional play within people, and how it, you know, works into the unspoken guilt dynamic that we all feel towards us, you know, what we all feel within ourselves because of how we've been groomed to associate ourselves and receive and give with within the certain interactions we have among our family, friends, co-workers, and whoever else it is that we engage in our lives. So yeah, you know, I will definitely get into this at some point from another angle because yeah, there's a lot to say. But I'll pull a card from my deck right now, Ascendant Masters. Deck, if someone hasn't seen in my other videos, is from Doreen Virtue. Okay, and let's see what the Ascendant Masters have to say on this topic regarding operating out of your unconditional or conditional space of engagement with others, right? So the card that's come out is Trust. Let's see what the book has to say on the topic and issue of trust. I also think that, you know, the more we learn to trust the universe, the more we understand that the kindness and how we extend ourselves to the world unconditionally is not something we need to worry about how we're going to get back, because if we trust the universe will be sure to bring back what is due to us because of the good deeds that we have put out there and extended ourselves in or towards other people, you know, because we felt in a specific moment in time or place that this is a situation where, you know what, I can contribute of myself towards it and I can move on, and you know, it is what it is. Let's see what the book has to say. You can trust the situation you're inquiring about. The solid foundation of your situation gives it a trustworthy basis. Keep purifying your motivations so that they're completely about love and service to elevate the energy and experiences even further. How lovely is that? Hey, it aligns perfectly. I'll say the last part again. Keep purifying your motivations so that they're completely about love and service to elevate the energy and experiences even further. Additional meanings to this card: the person you're inquiring about is trustworthy. Trust that your prayers are being answered. Even if you don't yet have evidence, you're on the right path. Trust your gut feelings and intuitions. So I hope this has touched home and made you think a little bit, and moved your mind into a space that maybe you haven't always thought to move into. And yeah, I wish you all a lovely rest of the day and all the best. Bye. See you in the next video.